Good morning, everyone. 8 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Thanks for getting your weekend started with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. Hopefully you had a great week and you can just sit back and relax now, because if you're just getting up with us, it's a very wet one outside, Lindsay.
It's wet and it's getting colder. Yesterday's high of 46 was just great.
It was.
This time of year.
I took my my long coat out and I was like, man, I'm actually a little warm, because we're so used to these frigid temperatures.
Yeah, well, don't put it deep into your closet, because you're going to need it. As we have been talking, we do have some very cold Arctic air, dangerous cold as well. And that's going to arrive as we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings. They will be the coldest in this stretch, but we're kind of in that transition zone right now. And that's as a cold front moves through the state. It did bring some rain overnight. And as temperatures here at the surface continue to drop, a little bit of some light mixed precip. And that's what we're seeing here on the south side of town. Looks wet, but it's very close to that freezing mark here at 465 and I-65. So do want you to use extra caution this morning and into this afternoon, as we've got this light wintry precip falling, especially on things like bridges and overpasses. As you see there, again, we are monitoring that there on the south side, as we have actually some crews out getting some salt and things laid on the roads just to create a barrier there so this doesn't become completely ice covered. So that is some good news. More good news is the fact that we're on the very tail end of this precip that's still sticking around out there. This is your looping radar over the past hour. As you can see, most of this is starting to wrap up. This whole system is starting to push off to the east. So over the next few hours, not going to rule out some lingering light mixed precip, but for the most part, the thing we're going to be focusing more on is the fact that our temperatures will start to fall. That's where that boundary is currently situated. Again, that much colder air now taking over just behind that. And we're really noticing that change as we are still sitting at 34 in Indy. It's 32 in Chicago, but 11 in Des Moines, Iowa. We're basically right there on that leading edge of that colder air moving in, as we still sit on the warm side of that. So 34 from Indy up to Muncie. We're at 35 in Richmond, and it's still 38 degrees in Bloomington. So you can see how that could make our precip type a little difficult depending on where you live. But here's what everyone gets this afternoon, and that's falling temperatures. Over the next few hours, we'll likely hold steady here in the mid-30s and then fall back toward that freezing mark as the wind increases later today. And then by tonight, some lingering cloud cover will keep temperatures pretty steady there in the low 30s, upper 20s for the remainder of the day today. We've got some pretty brutal cold that's going to start tomorrow into the first part of next week. We'll talk about some wind chill values that will drop as cold as 25 below coming up in the forecast.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. A Marion County jury found an Indianapolis man guilty in the death of a Dutch soldier more than 2 years ago. A judge read the verdict in court on Friday after the jury deliberated for about 5 hours. Our Karen Campbell has the latest.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Shamar Duncan, guilty of count 1, murder, a felony.
On Friday, a jury found Shamar Duncan guilty of murder in the shooting death of Dutch Corporal Simi Putsema. Duncan was also found guilty on 3 other charges, 2 counts of attempted murder for injuring 2 other soldiers and disorderly conduct. Duncan testified that on the night of August 27, 2022, he and his 2 brothers got into a fight with the soldiers in downtown Indianapolis. After the fight, the soldiers walked back to their hotel. Duncan admitted he and his brothers followed them in his truck. Duncan said he fired at least 9 times into the entrance of the Hampton Inn on South Meridian Street.
Just not thinking, kind of angry at the moment.
You were angry, right?
That's correct.
And you were angry because it's not okay what just happened, was it?
No, sir.
It's not okay that you got into a fight with these guys, was it?
It's not that okay that, yes, I would say that, yeah.
Okay, and it's not okay that they won, right?
It's not okay that they jumped us.
Duncan could not recall how the fight started. After the guilty verdict, Putsema's friends and family declined to speak with 13 News. Off camera, the defense said Duncan had a fair trial and the verdict wasn't unexpected. 13 News has learned 26-year-old Putsema served in the war in Afghanistan and in the evacuation of Kabul. He was in Indiana for urban warfare training with his unit.
That was our Karen Campbell reporting. Duncan is due back in court for sentencing on February 24th. This morning, we're taking a look at edited body camera footage released by IMPD of a police shooting that happened over a year ago on Raymond Street near South Meridian. IMPD says police first got a call about a reported break-in on the city's south side business in September of 2023. Metro Police say officers found the suspect Brandon Ramirez in the building and gave commands for him to surrender. Officers say when he did not, that's when they sent in K9 Ringo. Ringo was stabbed 3 times by the suspect. That's when at least one officer shot Ramirez.
I'll shoot you.
Ramirez reached a plea agreement in the case and was sentenced for felony burglary. Ringo made a full recovery and is back in service for IMPD. This morning, we're working to learn more on how a woman died after she was found on the city's northwest side. Metro Police say she was found near West Kessler Boulevard and Lafayette Road with traumatic injuries. She was pronounced dead at the scene. IMPD says officers detained a person of interest at the hospital with what they believe to be self-inflicted injuries. Anyone with any information on this is asked to give police a call. Time is now 8:06. We have an update this morning on the Helping Veterans and Families facility in downtown Indianapolis. You may remember it caught fire back in October. Organization leaders now tell 13 News the displaced veterans are now all in either transitional or permanent housing, so that's some good news this morning. As for the work on the building, they say the North Tower is expected to be back open this summer. The South Tower, however, could take 2 years to rebuild. The fire has been ruled accidental, and ATF believes it may have been a result of an electrical issue. Happening today, the Ascension Women and Infants Hospital is open. Our Anna Chalker is there this morning on the northwest side of Indy. And Anna, how are things going so far? What's this all about?
Well, Matthew, I will tell you, it is a great morning. Moms and babies making it into this new hospital. They're coming from the Legacy Hospital, really, to have a new home here for the next couple weeks, months, and days. And here to talk about this, we have Julie Schneiders. I mean, how exciting is today?
Oh, you know what? This has been a long time coming. Ascension has always been devoted to the care of mothers and babies for many, many years. And I've been here 46 years and have been through every move. We're very thrilled to be coming back to the main hospital because this allows us to keep our families together, be attached to the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, all of the adult ICU. So it's very thrilling.
And we have several families we're moving in today. Kind of talk about what does today look like for you guys?
Today is all organized, and there's a whole group of people that have orchestrated this, but there is a command center set up. We are following each patient, each baby through leaving our Legacy Hospital to coming to here, and it's a very organized, methodical, thought out process. So we're very thrilled, and it's going very well.
I mean, how does it feel just getting to start this new chapter with these families?
I mean, wonderful. I mean, this is really bringing everybody, all families together. We are all about, I mean, this is a level 4 perinatal center for both the treatment of complex moms and babies, but we're ready for the low risk births all the way up to the high risk births, low risk babies and high risk, but it's getting to this point and having us all on one campus. I just can't say enough about being, right where our pediatric ER, our adult ER, level 1 trauma, pediatric trauma, all of it. I mean, this is what needs to happen for the best continuity of care for our families.
For sure. Hey, Julie, thank you so much. We'll be checking in throughout the rest of the hospital, throughout the rest of the morning. As we get more throughout that day, we'll show you more of just these ambulances coming in. So many sweet families just really making a new start here at this hospital. But we'll check back in with you at 8:30.
It all comes down to this. Monday night in Atlanta, Notre Dame and Ohio State will face off for the College Football National Championship. Our Dominic Miranda is in Atlanta and has a look at what you can expect from the game.
A very good morning to you and welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the site of the 2025 College Football National Championship. We are so excited to be here to bring you all your national title game coverage. Notre Dame and Ohio State squaring off on Monday night to see who reaches the mountaintop of college football. Later on today, it's going to be media day for Notre Dame and Ohio State. We're going to be able to talk to a ton of Irish players as they gear up for their biggest game of their lifetime, right? Notre Dame hasn't won a national championship since 1988. They haven't been in the title game since 2012, so we're excited to hear not only from head coach Marcus Freeman, but all these Notre Dame football players as well. We're going to have coverage for you all throughout the weekend right here on WTHR on air. And be sure to check out WTHR Plus for a lot of extra content and coverage as well as we detail this path to the championship and the ultimate game for Notre Dame football as they embark on this journey in the national championship. Stick with us here on 13 for all your national championship coverage. It's going to be a lot of fun. For now, though, here in Atlanta, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.
Certainly a lot of fun expected. That was our Dominic Miranda reporting. And Dom will also have more on how Notre Dame has just made it up to this point. He'll have more on that coming up later on in the Sunrise Show. Meanwhile, of course, as Dom mentioned, you can head to our WTHR Plus. That'll give you a full preview of the highly anticipated game, much more in-depth review. Again, that's on our free app. That's WTHR Plus. That's available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.